Peace, love, and light. Welcome to the channel. I am Child of Oshun. If you are joining me for the first time today, my normal activity on this channel is the tarot readings. I do planetary influences and predictions for each of the zodiac signs. Um, I am available for personal readings and birth chart interpretation as well. I am a retired educator. I am a practicing visual artist. I'm a painter. You can see my paintings behind me. I was a teacher for 13 years in the public school system, and I'm also an astrologer. I've been through training for that. I'm also a Reiki practitioner and healer, and I do divination. So there's a lot going on. So normally I am here doing the tarot readings, but today I wanted to do a review of my recent holiday and my travel to Cozumel, Mexico. And one of the reasons I wanted to do the video is because before I made the decision of where I wanted to go in Cozumel, I watched a lot of the YouTube videos and the reviews of the different resorts, the different beaches, and where you could go. And I made my decision based on what I saw from the YouTube creators. Okay. So I recently went on a 4-day cruise from Texas to Cozumel, Mexico. This was not my first time in Cozumel, but it was my first time at Mr. Sancho's. Mr. Sanchos is a beach resort. They have full access to the beach and the sand and the water. If you've never been to Cozumel, a lot of the water access around the island is very rocky. A lot of coral reef, a lot of hard rocks. So it's not easy to access the beach unless you're at a hotel or some type of establishment where you can just walk out to the water. So one of the reasons I chose Mr. Sancho's is because my partner, my other half, who went with me on the trip, expressed that he wanted a party atmosphere. He didn't want to just lay around and relax. He wanted to party and drink and hang out. So I said, okay. So a lot of the videos I saw about Mr. Sancho's, these people were partying, having a good time. So getting there was easy. Our cab driver was very pleasant and friendly. Um, I think the island of Cozumel is beautiful. I love going there. And um, what I can tell you, when we first arrived to the resort, um, there were people standing around to greet you. I had already made the reservation, which cost me 10 US dollars. And I came in happy, smiling. I'm on vacation, and I didn't get that back. The people who greeted me were not smiling. They weren't happy. They weren't friendly. There were women working at the desk where they accept your payment, and there were guys kind of standing around them. The woman at the desk was not friendly. She never gave me eye contact. Um, I don't know if they don't like tourists or they don't like Americans. Maybe they just tired of seeing us every day. Maybe they don't like black girls. I don't know. But she never gave me eye contact. I never got a hello or a good morning or a smile, anything like that. When you work with the public, that's what I expect when I interact with you, you know. So I had already paid the deposit. And so I was asking because I had US dollars, but I also had pesos with me. So I was asking what was the rate if I paid with the pesos. So this is what I got from her. She pulled out her calculator. That's the attitude I got. So I ignored it because I'm used to getting attitude. I do have a Leo moon. So people either love me or they hate me right away. I don't give them reason for that, but I wasn't going to let that affect the rest of my positive experience for the rest of the day. Okay, but just letting you know that's what I encountered when I first got there. The server or the waiter came out to greet us. He was very friendly. Again, I got this vibe that the men were friendly and the women were not. Um, you know, so the server took us to our table out on the beach. I will tell you that if you've never been to Cozumel, the sand is not smooth, it's bumpy. And the sand that is actually under the water is very coarse. It has little pieces of shell in it. So you can expect that it's not comfortable on your feet. You should be wearing water shoes. I recommend that. So we sat down. Now, one of the cons I have to speak about is the drinks. We got the all inclusive package, and that included as much as you want to drink. The frozen drinks were not strong at all, they tasted like juice. And so, what happened is we kept ordering the different types of frozen mixed drinks, hoping that maybe the next one will be a little stronger. No, it was like juice. At one point, I switched to the non-frozen. So I had a frozen Long Island iced tea, and then I switched to the regular Long Island on ice, and both of them tasted like soda. There was no alcohol in it. So um, another thing that happened is it is all inclusive. The waiters were very attentive, very friendly, very helpful with everything that we needed. However, it did take a minute for them to kind of come back and forth to you and keep bringing the drinks. The resort was crowded. I wasn't expecting that because it was January. There were kids there, which also surprised me, but they kind of stayed on their own side. There were some inflatable activities for them in the water. So I really didn't see or have to interact with any kids, but they were there. Um, and so at one point, I just got up. I got tired of waiting for the waiter, and I went to the actual bar. So there's a swim up pool bar. There's two of them. So I went up to the bar, and I had more success there. The drinks were right. Okay, they were decent. So again, I got another mixed drink there. Um, Overall, I liked Mr. Sanchos, but when I go back, I think I will try a different spot to see if I get a different experience. Um, the last thing I want to mention is the party atmosphere and the music, because like I said, if you watch a lot of the other YouTube videos and they talk about Mr. Sanchos, you see them partying. You know, uh, I'd say the first 2 or 3 hours of the day they played some hip hop party kind of pop music. The last 2 hours that they were there, they played country music and a little bit of salsa. So prepare yourself for that. If you don't like country music, that's what you're going to get. So that was what was playing at the pools. The positive I have is that the food was great. We had the quesadilla and we had the grilled shrimp and some fries. Um, Everything was made to order. It was very fresh. The shrimp came with rice and a little tomato and some lettuce salad. But the shrimp was excellent, excellent. That's some of the best shrimp I've ever had, and it was charred. It was grilled perfectly. They must have marinated it. It was delicious. Delicious. Okay. So that was my experience with Mr. Sancho's. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know because it was so much positive things going on and no one was really talking about, the other things that were happening. Like I said, please hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you are new to the channel and you're not really here for the tarot readings, you came because I'm talking about the resort and the cruise. Stick around, subscribe, come back and see me. I do the tarot readings for all the signs every month. I'm also available for personal tarot readings and birth chart interpretation. You can contact me through my DM in Instagram, which is of Oshun, Ofoshun. You can contact me on my Etsy website where you can pay for the readings and pay for the birth charts. The readings are $55 for an hour. Birth chart is $360. Okay. So I'll leave all that information in the bio. Hit that subscribe, hit the like.